How to save your first $10,000. $10,000 can feel like an impossibly distant number when your account is nowhere close to it. But broken into a system instead of a single giant leap, it's genuinely achievable, and it becomes the foundation almost everything else in your financial life stands on. Here's exactly how to get there. $10,000 isn't a random target. For most households, it's enough to cover the majority of true emergencies, create real breathing room between paychecks, and act as the launching point for the next stage of your financial plan: investing, a larger goal, or simply peace of mind. Step 1. Set a specific number and a specific deadline, not a vague intention to save more. A goal like $10,000 by next December gives you something concrete to build a monthly target around. Vague goals rarely get funded because there's never a clear amount to actually move each month. Step 2. Open a savings account that's completely separate from your everyday checking, ideally one paying a meaningfully better rate than a typical checking account. The separation adds friction that protects the money from casual spending, and the better rate means the balance works a little harder for you while it sits there. Step 3. Automate a fixed transfer into that account every single payday, before you have a chance to spend the money elsewhere. This is the classic pay-yourself-first approach, treating the savings goal like a required bill, instead of whatever happens to be left at the end of the month. Step 4. Before assuming you need to earn more, audit what you're already spending on. We cover this fully in our Money Traps video. Forgotten subscriptions, avoidable fees, and small recurring charges are often sitting in plain sight. Redirecting even a modest amount you're already spending is often the fastest first move. Step 5. When unexpected money arrives, a tax refund, a bonus, a cash gift, send it straight to the goal before it has a chance to quietly become lifestyle creep, which we cover in its own video. A single windfall routed intentionally can compress months off your timeline in one move. Step 6. For anyone who wants to accelerate further, consider a temporary income boost specifically dedicated to this goal, selling unused items around the house, or picking up extra hours for a defined period. This doesn't need to be permanent, it just needs to be intentional and pointed directly at the target. Step 7. Track your progress somewhere you'll actually see it. A simple chart or a visual tracker works far better than a number buried in a banking app you rarely open. Watching the bar fill in is a small thing that makes a long timeline feel far more manageable. Step 8. Decide in advance what actually counts as an emergency worth touching this fund, and hold that line. Just this once is how a fully funded goal quietly becomes half-funded again. Define the real emergencies now, while you're calm, not in the moment when a tempting exception presents itself. Here's an illustrative way to see the timeline. Saving a consistent few $100s a month, combined with 1 or 2 intentional windfalls along the way, can realistically reach $10,000 within 2 to 3 years. For many households, faster with a higher savings rate, slower with a lower one. Your own number depends entirely on your specific income and expenses. Once you cross $10,000, don't let the momentum just fade. This is usually the point where you shift into the next stage of the financial order of operations: full emergency fund, aggressive debt payoff, or increased investing, depending on where you already stand. We map that transition out fully in our order of operations video. A goal this size can take a while, so build in checkpoints, small acknowledgements at $2,500, $5,000, and $7. $500, rather than waiting for one distant finish line. Long timelines are much easier to sustain when there are visible wins along the way instead of one far-off milestone. Watch for the 2 most common things that quietly derail this goal: letting lifestyle creep absorb the exact raise or windfall that was supposed to go toward it, and one large, unplanned purchase that gets justified as a one-time exception. Neither is catastrophic on its own. The danger is in how easily they repeat. Let's recap. Set a specific goal and deadline. Open a dedicated account. Automate the transfer. Find money in what you're already spending. Route windfalls on purpose. Consider a temporary income boost. Track it visually. And protect the goal by defining what a real emergency actually is in advance. $10,000, one deliberate system at a time. If this helped, follow Liberty Wealth Insights for more financial education, made simple, in plain English, no jargon. We'll see you in the next one.